Greetings everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm outdoors today. It's such a beautiful day after days of rain here in Vancouver, and so I wanted to step out a little bit and I wanted to speak about Ganesha, beautiful beloved Ganesha, and what he really means for our creation, who he is and how you can connect with him and how he can help you on your journeys. So welcome. My name is Angelic Alchemy Meenakshi. Thank you so much for being here. What I wanted to share about Ganesha is, there's a lot that is known about him and there's a lot that is on the internet about him as well. So you can always read up and know as much about him as possible. I wanted to share more about my personal experiences after my spiritual awakening of, meeting Ganesha and him showing up as a beautiful guide and mentor, a beautiful part of the council that I work with for healings as well. So Ganesha is a sacred child of Shiva and Parvati, Shakti Parvati. And so he is a star child, the golden child, the child of source, as we can say. He's also known as an ascended master, but really if you see him, he is an ascended master in a child's body. He is a star child himself, therefore he also represents all the beautiful star children that are here for ascension and for the roles that they have to play. And he's a beautiful guide to them all, as he is to the parents that are raising them, as he is to the rest of the collective, as we are all equal and we can all call on him for whatever we need aid for, or just simply talk to him, because he's a very, very beautiful, fun personality. He is childlike, he is playful and has a lot of wisdom. So I actually wanted to share a couple of experiences that I had that led me to connect with him on a spiritual basis. I've known him, in terms of the religion that I was born into, which is Hinduism. But when I connected with him after my spiritual awakening, I felt I could connect more in terms of, how he can guide me personally. And it was no more a one-way communication where I used to just, put my questions out there and expect answers. Now it was a two-way communication. So for the first time, I had a dream about a year back. And so this dream was related to what is going on in our collective right now from 2020 to, up till now as well. It's trickling in. We know what our collective has gone through with the various jabs that came in and how people reacted after taking it and how they were affecting the health of our collective and what was happening to the collective overall as a consequence to it. So in my dream, I saw that I was in my healing space. It was white, circular room, and I heard a knock. And as I opened the door, I saw a child. He looked like he was 13 or 14 years old, and a really healthy child, kind of like chunky, really beautiful, cute, the ones that you'd really pull cheeks off. And he looked very serious though, and he was wearing a gray button-down shirt with all the buttons closed, and he asked me if he could use my bathroom. And I asked him why he wanted to do that, what happened? And of course I would let him do that. And I said, what happened? What do you need to use a bathroom for? He said, I want to relieve myself. I said, okay. And I said, so what's going on? Sure, what's going on? And as I said that, those are the only words that he said. As I said that, he just moved to the side and he just pointed to his back. And behind him, I saw a sea of people with their backs towards me, and they were all wearing the same exact gray shirt as him. And there was one door that they were all facing, and that door was red in color and it said exit. And that's it. That was his message to me. The dream was over. And I woke up next day and I tried to decipher who that child was, and I could tell that the child had a lot of wisdom, love, just a lot of wisdom for a little child, and was wondering what the message was. What was this child trying to show me? Because he didn't use any words. And then I realized as I meditated, basically what he was showing me was that the collective is heading towards an exit door, because they are not feeling well and they are reacting to that they've taken And as he said he wanted to relieve himself, he considers himself, as we all are as well, he considers himself as a part of the collective. That's why he was wearing the same shirt as them, because as we know, people, once you take that, there's just so much happening within it because of the various components of it. There are many videos out there about that. It really, harvests the organic crystalline light energy from people and leaves them feeling and looking and gray in terms of also activation of darkness, because there's lack of light now, and also connected to the gray aliens, and they were all wearing gray shirts, and that's it. So basically his message to me was that the collective is suffering, and the collective is going through a big challenge for their health, mind, body and soul, and there is an exit door, and all these people are waiting to take that exit out of the system. They're all going to possibly leave the planet. And his message was basically now to start focusing on the healing of the collective. And it's a beautiful example because he was talking about new beginnings for me, and looking at things in a looking at healing from a different perspective. Yes, I was already doing a lot of work for the collective, but he kind of brought this to me to make this a major chunk, a major part of my life now, a bigger part of the pie for the healing and activations that I work on personally. And that was a very powerful message that he gave me. And because of my compassion and also because of the energies that he was carrying in the dream, I was very touched, very, very emotional about it. And it took me a couple of days to even, compose myself, because that feeling, that tapping into what is happening with the collective was very intense, sad and intense. Yes, it is a choice that people have taken, but it still hits you because we are a part of this collective. And that's exactly what he showed me. So, I woke up and I was wondering who this child was, and, I just let it go because I knew he was a divine child. All I could hear was that he's a divine child of Source. And I said, beautiful, welcome, and thank you for the beautiful gift. And I started working on whatever I had to work on, a beautiful face for me as well. And then second time, I had another dream where in my dream, my husband and I were underground somewhere in the tunnels. And this dream was connected to children specifically, because we were in the tunnel and we were going from one tunnel to the other. There was a rescue operation that was going on. And as we were in this little tunnel, it was almost like a shaft, like an elevator going down, but it was all white from inside. And we were going to go from one tunnel to the other because we were talking about it. And these children were showing us the way. They were showing us where to go to bring these children out. And there were 3 of them. And again, the same child was one of them. And he didn't say a word, but all I remember from the dream was he kept looking at me, and he had this beautiful gaze in his eyes, and his eyes were bright, and he had a smile on his face. He was just making this eye contact, and I think he did not take his eyes off of me. And I was wondering if he was giving me a message. I think he was waiting for me to identify him. But it was really very, very beautiful, and I cannot forget those eyes and that beautiful, gentle, pure smile. And then, of course, the dream carried on, and it was a beautiful mission. And next day I was wondering again, I saw the same child again. And so after some time, I just let it go. And because I do feel that answers come to us when we need them and when we're ready for them. I don't like to always push for them. So one day I was just, dancing. I love connecting with Divine Mother Earth and the Divine Mother Shakti Goddess by dancing. So I love putting on some Shakti chants and then just dancing to it, just flowing with it, my arms, my legs in a movement, just forgetting myself, forgetting my physical environment, where I am, and letting go. And as I was doing that and the chants were on and I was singing and I was dancing, I heard it loud and clear. And the voice said, "He is Ganesha, he is Ganesha, he is Ganesha." And I said, "Who? That child is Ganesha?" They said, "Yes." Oh my goodness. That was so beautiful. I will definitely mark it as one of the most beautiful milestones of my life for having finally connected the dots. And because he did not appear with the elephant tusk, and he came as a regular child, as all of us are here. And it was absolutely beautiful. And then I started connecting with his energy directly, and he started giving a lot of messages. Then, I didn't really have a discussion with anyone about this, but I had another colleague who was having a session with me, and she and I are energetically, I think, pretty close as well. Most likely have had lifetimes together, because in her session, she went into a lifetime where it was her and my lifetime together. And Ganesha was there as well, and she said, she didn't take his name, but she described him. I knew it was him. She said he was sitting in the forest and there's no one around him, and he's just this beautiful golden child, and I think her role was to protect him. And she said he's this beautiful child, he's just sitting in the forest, and there's this channeled, beautiful source light pillar over him, and there were all these codes coming off, through this beautiful portal that was above his head, channeling into him, and there were all these beautiful light codes coming in, and basically he was getting downloads for all the wisdom that he has, and after that he was on for his mission. And basically he just activates himself whenever he births. That's what is very key to his soul, and we recognize that within him as well. And then there was another instance when I was ironing my clothes and just getting ready for the day, and I asked Ganesha if he has a message, and we were just talking, and I asked him if he has a message for me or for the collective. And this was exactly the same, I think it was last year or maybe last year, I don't remember, but it was September going into October. So September being the endings and October being the new beginnings, when you complete a cycle and then you bridge into number 11, which is a master number for numerology. And this is the message that he gave. He said, stay in the present, in the now. Don't worry about the future. The future will create itself, manifest. Heal and let go of your traumas and turmoils of the past, unless you want to take them into your future. All that needs to flow into the future will flow organically, should you allow trust and surrender. The magic and wisdom of the universe is within your souls. It was absolutely beautiful as him, I would say. So yes, those were the experiences that I had with him. And going back to what Ganesha stands for, so Ganesha is the son of the sacred union of Shiva and Parvati, and he is the golden child of this universe, of this creation. He brings with him, and he embodies wisdom, wit, intelligence, positive thought forms, and he can help everybody in overcoming negative thought forms, negativity, removing obstacles from your path, and remembrance, memory, as well as if you're about to start a new chapter in your life or work or anywhere else and you need his help, or you need creational advice or guidance, creational guidance, Ganesha will be more than happy to step in and help you with the new beginnings. And if you feel any obstacles on your path, such as a lot of times when you're trying to do something good, there is a lot of darkness out there that tries to infiltrate and try to block us and try to block the divine work that is being done. And as and when you sense it or you feel the blockage, you can call in Ganesha to heal that blockage, to remove that blockage, that obstacle from its root cause, and channel in source love light and activations, empowerment onto your role, onto your mission, whatever it is that you are trying to create. And if you ever feel blocked in creational thoughts, where you're trying to create something but you're feeling blocked, again, you can call him, because he is the removal of all obstacles. That includes negative thoughts, negative thought forms, anything that's not for our highest good, because he is such a high vibrational being. He is the child of source child, the typical example of what a golden star child is like. And we can see so many versions of him and those golden star children here on earth. He is here to help. So parents, if you have any difficulty with your children, remembering their schoolwork, their assignments, not being able to focus, call in Ganesha. He will help them with their memories. He will help them find that peace, the realignment of the heart and soul and both sides of the brain, the right as well as the left. He can help in aligning the mind, body and soul complex, and bring beautiful ideas to light. He can help you with your art. He can help you with whatsoever you're creating. And he can help you on your missions. He can help you beautiful children. He can help to activate their spiritual gifts. He can help them remember their star families, connect them with their star families. So call on him for anything that you need his assistance for, or even if you don't need assistance, you want to be around his beautiful energy. Oh, it's so beautiful. You have to, you must connect with him. He's just absolutely so beautiful. One of the chants that really help connecting with him, though you don't really need a chant, but if you really want to chant, is Om Ganapate Namaha. And I'm going to type it out as well. What this basically means is, as we know, Om is the sound of God source themselves. It is the sound of sun source, and Ganapate is his name, or you could say Om Ganeshaya Nama, whatever feels comfortable. And Namaha means that I bow to you with honor and respect. As I bow to you, I'm also honoring myself. I'm honoring the you within me. As he says, I am source, source is I am one with source. And the other thing that Ganesha reminded me when I was just about to hop onto the video was to remember to connect with the child within you. So if you get too serious in your life and you feel that you need that nudge to really, lighten up, loosen up a little bit, call on Ganesha, because he says, don't forget the inner child within you. Be playful, have fun, crack jokes, be witty, and enjoy yourself and enjoy each other. And enjoy this creation, because we are all a part of this beautiful collective of source. So I wanted to make this video today because, at some point I did think that I'm going to talk about Ganesha, but I just let it flow. And yesterday, September 19th, was Ganesha's birthday. We call it the Ganesh Chaturthi in India, where all across board in India, everyone celebrates his beautiful birthday, make his favorite food, and call on him, basically connect with his beautiful energies as if they are all parents and he is their child. And it's a beautiful, beautiful celebration of life. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening in. I love you all so much, and my heart is expanding right now because I've just connected with his beautiful energies. I hope you all feel it too from him. Connect with him, connect with his beautiful energies. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for being here. Blessings to all of you. Om Ganeshaya Namah.